Hi everyone. I'm back again, Bafetu. This is Mzansi Political Channel. This is your boy Simtembile, Bafetu. So since America and Donald Trump's America has fired our ambassador, Mr. Rasul, so now we need to send a new ambassador. But it seems like the government hasn't decided yet who they will send. So this article here written by Simon Majadibod. Ronald Lamola says new SA ambassador to US will be fit and proper regardless of race. So that's what Ronald Lamola says in this article. Minister of International Relations and Cooperation Ronald Lamola said the person replacing expelled South African ambassador to the US, Ibrahim Rasool, would be a capable South African who is fit and proper for the position regardless of race. So there are worries that maybe since they fired Rasool, maybe Donald Trump, he wants a white, and there's assumption that maybe he wants a white ambassador. And DA, I heard that DA, I read somewhere that DA is eyeing that, is lobbying for that for that ambassadorship. So they want to go send to Abu Tony Leon or any other white person from the DA. So tell us, what do you think, guys? Do you think ANC should send a DA ambassador to the US, a white one, and that? Tell us in the comment, Buffett. As for whether the ambassador to the US should be white or black, the ANC is a non-racial organization, Lamola said during a media briefing following the ANC NEC meeting in Boksburg over the weekend. Lamola, who's a member of the ANC National Executive Committee, added, "We are going to look for a capable South African, someone we believe is fit and proper and meets the requirements to serve as ambassador to the United States or any other country to which we wish to deploy them." Rasool returned to Cape Town last week after a U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio expelled him from the USA, declaring him a persona non grata. He wasn't wanted to the US because he criticized the President of the United States. This was after comments he made during a webinar in which he criticized the Trump administration for cozying up to white supremacy. ANC's Deputy Secretary General Nomvula Mokonyane confirmed that Rasool's report on his expulsion had been received but did not indicate whether any action would be taken against him. So they want to punish Rasool for what he did. We have received a report of the work that he had actually done, and it was an unfortunate situation and what had occurred. And I think the where we are now is to move forward, Mukanyane said. The ANC government processes have been utilized where he was called to account, and we are satisfied as the ANC that it is time for us to move forward and work harder and more united to find a better mechanism of protecting and representing the South African that we want, the South Africa that we want. Mukonyane added. What South Africa want? A non-racial society, not a white supremacist society or a black supremacist society. But South Africa is in Africa, but the ANC, they don't want to make it a black society. They don't want to prioritize black people, but they've been fighting for black people they've been claiming to fight for for black people for the past 100 years, since 1912, since they were established. But now, I don't know when they change. Oh, they changed it during the 50s to be a non-racial organization. That's why that's why the PAC was formed. It's non-racialism, while we the one who are being oppressed. Doesn't work. IOL News previously reported that former South African ambassador Tony Leon called for a re-evaluation and strategic engagement with the US government following the ongoing diplomatic fallout between South Africa and the US. And Leon wants to go there. He wants to be an ambassador. Leon Baba UI. They will push this agenda that is being pushed by AfriForum. Leon criticized the conduct of former Ambassador Rasool, suggesting that personal opinions should not overshadow the responsibility of diplomatic representation. For an ambassador to express personal opinion is problematic, he said. Yeah, somehow I agree with him. But should we be quiet when Labo Trump are running supremacist agenda? We don't know. For an ambassador to express personal opinion is problematic. An ambassador's role is to represent their country's interest, and if Rasul was instructed to attack the US administration, he was deviating from his primary duty. Diplomats must adhere strictly to government policy regardless of personal beliefs. One code could save you money, Leon said. One code could one code could save you money, Leon said. The issue extends beyond individual conduct and emphasized that South African foreign policy has failed to adapt to the shifting dynamics of international relations. Even if we had a diplomatic superstar, that person would still face challenges due to our current policies. We need to justify these policies to align them without with our national interest, he said. When asked about the potential for diplomacy to mend relations following South Africa's legal action against Israel, Leon was skeptical. At the moment, South Africa has chosen a particular alignment that complicates our relation with the US, he said. He pointed to the successful diplomatic engagement of South African labor leaders with the US as a contrasting example of effective diplomacy. Leon advocated for a more nuanced approach to diplomacy, avoiding confrontational tactics. There are ways to engage that don't resort to megaphone diplomacy. We must explore the root causes of our differences and seek solutions, he said. And Tony Leon wants to go to the US and be our ambassador, to be the representative of Ramaphosa there. While he doesn't agree with our policies, he doesn't agree how we approach things, we do things. He doesn't agree how our government does things, but he wants to go there and represent South Africa. What do you think he's going to do there or say? So, guys, do you think we should send the DA ambassador or the ANC need to look to its comrades and deploy them, because they've been deploying their comrades since 1994. Maybe they should just deploy their own comrades there. Tell us, guys, what do you think? This is Mzansi Political Channel. This is your boy Sim Tembele Mbidlana Mafethu. See you on the next video. I'm out.